We are here at Far-Flung headquarters gearing up for our summer trips. Summers are very busy here at Far-Flung as we have trips around the world every couple weeks. Starting in May, we have a trip to Mozambique for Children's Day. This is always a big event. We're expecting over 2,500 kids to come to be celebrated, have fun, and learn about Jesus. We're sending a team to visit Celia and work alongside her, and it's going to be an incredible trip. A few weeks after that, in June, we have a trip to Thailand. We're going to be doing some building projects for widows, working with multiple orphanages, village ministry, Bible school ministry, a little bit of everything that you could possibly do in the nation of Thailand. This team will be doing it. And just a week after that, we have another team headed back to Mozambique for a youth conference in Gumbani village. This is such a highlight for the youth in Gumbani, and this conference keeps growing every single year. We can't wait to get back there in July. Just 2 weeks after the youth conference Mozambique trip, we have a trip to Ecuador. This is going to be a monumental trip to Ecuador, as we are doing something additional on this trip. Recently, a stadium was put in at the equator, right on the equator line, and we saw it last year and we decided, let's have prayers for the world at the middle of the world. Along with the prayer night, we'll be working with Panda Vida, the feeding ministry, feeding kids every day, doing a VBS, nightly services with the church congregation, hitting the streets, hitting the farms for evangelism. And 3 weeks after that, we head back to the Philippines for our second trip. We're going to be working with One Way Outreach. We're going to be going to some newly reached villages to spread the gospel. We'll be doing nightly services. We'll be working in villages all over the island of Mindanao. And that wraps up the summer before we start the fall trips. At the time you're watching this in May, still sign up for our Ecuador trip or our Philippines trip. We'd love to have you on these trips. One last exciting thing that I want to tell you about is that November 15th, we are having a special night. We have been filming a short film for the last year as if Far-Flung didn't start in 2010 but started in 1910. What would missions look like if Far-Flung had started 100 years ago? So we have been filming all over the world, in Africa, the Arctic, in the Andes, in the Amazon. We've been filming this documentary and we are going to premiere it here in Chattanooga on November 15th as a big fundraiser event. We are dreaming to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars for Far-Flung in one single night as we premiere our fake documentary about missions in the 1920s, and the night will be all set in the 1920s. Think The Great Gatsby. It will be a fun fundraiser gala where we'll premiere the 1920s film. We'll have a big band. We're gonna have a dinner. It's gonna be a great night to celebrate missions and raise money for missions. And you can already buy a ticket right here. There's a link right here. I don't care if you live in Alaska or Florida, you should make plans right now, this far out, to come be with us in Chattanooga. This is going to be just such a memorable night that we are going to make an impact for so many missionaries. Thank you so much for sending us out. We cannot go to the most ends of the earth unless we are sent, and you are sending us. Thank you so much. We'll see you next month, or maybe we'll see you on a trip this year.